So today I wanted to talk about, for the rules ranking, Transformers Rise of the Beast. This is one of many installments in the Transformers franchise, I guess, the live action movies, and there's been a lot. There's been, the original trilogy with Shia LaBeouf, and then there was the two movies with Mark Wahlberg, and then there was that spin-off Bumblebee movie, and then this one, which is just kind of on its own. There's a whole new cast. Some are absolutely bangers, and some are not banging at all. I would say this is, a mid-banger, maybe slightly below mid, because this movie was alright. I will say that it was kind of boring, to be honest. The plot wasn't that exciting to me. This movie takes place in 1994, I think, and there's this planet-eating god thing called Unicron, and these other, I don't know what you call them, they said them in the movie, not Terracons, but the other ones, the good guys. So that, you can kind of tell how forgettable it is. But basically these Transformers who are animals, are trying to stop this world-eating planet from getting this transwarp key, so he can't just travel to any planet he wants and eat the whole planet. They end up, of course, crash landing on Earth, and it takes a while for this big god thing to catch up to him. But basically there's this kind of lackey that works for him, and his name is Scourge. And this Scourge character is some kind of, plague-infested Decepticon. He touches you and you start to kind of decay, or he gets into your mind, which is weird. They only had that come out whenever he touched one of the important characters, and whenever he was fighting Optimus, Optimus never succumbed to his mind inflictions. Basically, these animal Transformers are trying to stop them, and these humans get involved in the scene, and they're trying to stop it as well. And so the action scenes aren't too bad. I actually really enjoyed the action scenes. The acting was okay. I would say that Noah, the main guy character, does a decent job acting, although sometimes his lines kind of are hit or miss. And then the main girl, Elena, her lines aren't as good. her lines were very much misses most of the time. She would say jokes, and I think it was mainly the writing. Her jokes or quips or whatever would, miss, at least for me, most of the time. And so I don't think it's necessarily the actress's fault, but there were some lines where they were, in a heated situation, and she'd say I'm never leaving Brooklyn again. It's just okay, I don't know what to tell you. You're fighting robots, and it's just a lot of weird things are happening. There's one scene where her and Noah are running through this dark museum towards the beginning of the movie, and they're trying to run away from these creepy man dog looking Decepticons, and it's supposed to be kind of a horror scene. Everything's quiet, and they try to pounce on them, but she just starts singing out of nowhere, and then they find where she's at, because she's obviously singing. Why would you do that? And then later she says I sing when I get nervous and stuff like that. But then that doesn't come up again. It comes up one other time, but it's not a life or death situation. No, it's just they're on a plane ride or something, and she's nervous about flying, and she starts singing, and it's just like, I don't know, it doesn't really boost her character arc at all. It's just kind of a weird thing that they decided to throw in for the hell of it. And then same thing, like during that plane ride, Noah asks her about her father, because she talked about like, oh, my dad should see me now or something like that, and he was like, oh, tell me more about him. But then you don't see her dad. He doesn't come up in conversation at all the rest of the movies. So there's just weird little things that I feel like they just threw in just to throw it in. I don't know, it didn't really add to the movie in my opinion. So there were definitely some cool scenes, mainly the fighting scenes with the Transformers. They were at least good. And the best part of the movie for me was the ending. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil a little bit, so click off now if you don't want spoilers for this. But if it were me, I wouldn't really care that much. Basically, towards the end of the movie, they're fighting this Scourge character, like one of the main bad guys, and one of Noah's best friend Autobots is Mirage, and Mirage ends up like sacrificing himself to save Noah. So he was a real G there, but basically he dies and then comes back to life for a little bit, and he's like, oh, I'm not dead yet, you're gonna have to take the wheel. And then he just transforms into like this Mega Man suit or this Iron Man suit that Noah can wear. So then he's like running around the battlefield. He's like, 5-6 feet tall, and all these Transformers are probably 20 feet tall, and he's just like fighting them like he would fight a normal person and shooting them, and he's just in this Mega Man suit. It's so weird, like it was very jarring to me. And so he's just fighting on his own, and like Mirage is the suit, so that was really weird. It was kind of comical, but yeah. And the animal Transformers, they were cool, but I don't know, like it was mainly the gorilla. His name was Optimus Primal. He was named after Optimus Prime. And then there was the bird, like the eagle lady. I can't remember what her name is. And they had been like toys and stuff since Transformers has been a thing. They only really showed off those two. They showed off the Rhino guy and the Jaguar, but they got like virtually no screen time. They said maybe a few lines here and there, and then yeah, you would see them fight here and there during the final fight. But yeah, it was just they would introduce these characters and then not show them very much. So that part kind of irked me the wrong way, because I would like to see them more, but they didn't show them more. So, but anyways, throwing this for the rules ranking, I would probably give it a solid 55. It's a fun movie if you want a lot of action, but other than that, it's not going for any Oscars for acting or anything like that. But it's an alright movie, especially with the CGI and the fighting scenes. So anyways, if you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.